Welcome back to Limcube Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is today in 71 days. Just to tell you, I simply just warped from the Monja Toma Shrine over here because I checked before I started recording that I literally had already gotten all of the Korok seeds that you usually would be getting, and then realized that I'm missing two in particular here. One behind this wall of rubble, and another one where you have to basically interact with one of those, like those lights that are going through walls or the ground sometimes. I want to talk about something again that's been coming up in my stream more. Just like me, a lot of people really love this game. Might even be their favorite game. And I have more recently heard the concern of people essentially saying, hey Lem, I'm scared that Breath of the Wild will die when Tears of the Kingdom comes out. And obviously we're not talking about physical death, we're talking about the game becoming irrelevant or Tears of the Kingdom basically completely replacing it in every single way. And I think in general, that is a justified concern, especially because so many people are concerned in general about the fact that Tears of the Kingdom might end up feeling more like a huge DLC or like the ultimate version of this game. I actually get like really surprised. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really the biggest tech. I don't understand tech that much, right? But I've seen articles on news websites that are like, Tears of the Kingdom has a bigger file size than Breath of the Wild. Like, is that supposed to be a surprise? I don't get it. Like, wouldn't it be really weird if Tears of the Kingdom was smaller than Breath of the Wild? Like, I get it, there's no shrines and stuff, but it's like the same world, right? And like Sky Islands and underground as far as we know. So I'm really surprised that people are like, oh, wow, we have to write a news article about this. I mean, to be honest, people are starved for content. I know the struggle. I feel like that sometimes. But it just surprises me. Also, before I move on into explaining why I don't think that Breath of the Wild will die, I'm also now going to teleport over to this shrine because I have, like I said, before the recording, I kind of checked the Korok seeds that I would be getting at this part of the run, and I have played through this area. So the next Korok seeds would be around here. The, what is this place called? I forget what it's called. Sage Ruins or something? I do need to, like, find those, like, get those. And then also the two Magnesis Korok puzzles in the vicinity. But yeah, basically Breath of the Wild is not gonna die. Mainly, so number one reason, speedruns. I talk about this from time and time again. Yes, a lot of the speedrunners of this game, including me, will switch to Tears of the Kingdom when the game comes out. That's what we're gonna wanna play casually and potentially also speedrun unless it somehow sucks as a speedrun. But we are incredibly lucky with the speed tech that this game offers. Wind bombs, bullet time bounces, the BLSS, the slide I talked about in multiple videos before. Absolutely is something that people love doing. This is the reason I don't get bored of the game, because those glitches, the movement are so fun and satisfying to do. And if you watched previous videos of mine, we can basically say with very high certainty that I'm sure that Tears of the Kingdom is going to be broken, by the way. Like, I'm sure there will be broken glitches and stuff. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be wind bombs. I think it's going to be different. We're going to be doing different glitches. And are they going to be more fun, less fun? I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because they won't be the same glitches that we use here. I'm still fairly sure. I know everybody's always saying there's no way that there won't be a bomb rune in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, the bombs are always around. And I agree with that to an extent. We've already seen like the rocket launcher, bomb launcher in one of the trailers. But I don't think bombs are going to work the same. We've already seen Magnesis is kind of replaced by a new ability. Stasis now goes in reverse. And I do not think that bombs will still spawn behind you like they do in Breath of the Wild when you jump, which means wind bombs will either work completely differently or just completely be gone, which is what I'm assuming is going to be the case. Basically, what I'm saying is speedruns will make this game live on forever. People love watching these, people love doing these. Let it be doing all of the shrines, let it be doing all of the quests, which is what I'm recently doing on Twitch. Probably right now on twitch.tv/limcube, as you're watching this video, because I usually go live after I put out these videos. And yeah, that's number one reason why I think Tears of the Kingdom will not simply just replace Breath of the Wild. Now, I do realize that I'm missing this. This is interesting. I'm missing this flower chasing Korok inside the Giant's Forest here. This is something I should have gotten a long time ago. So I'm glad that I'm noticing this right now so I can take care of it. And number 2 reason is this game is legendary. Simply put, I say this from time and time again, even though a lot of people will switch to Tears of the Kingdom when they first play the game. When the game first comes out, right? But after some time, people are still going to want to do the shrines again. They're going to want to do the divine beasts again. We don't know which of the characters, or if any characters, are for sure going to be returning, other than, I guess, Link and Zelda, to Tears of the Kingdom. And with that in mind, I think people are going to want to experience one of the most important games of the 2010s, I guess. Is that what people say? I would honestly say it's very easily a game of the century. I think most people would agree with this. In terms of what this game has done for open world games, Breath of the Wild is easily considered a game of the century. I know there were lists that rated this the best video game of all time. For me, that spot was taken by Elden Ring. The more I think about the DLC and the more I think about the game, some of you are probably bored at this point that I keep talking about this game, but I don't know. For me, it was just... I still, like, let me gush one more time. That the fact that Elden Ring exists is unbelievable. I've never seen a game be this hyped and then still absolutely demolish the expectations that everyone had by a mile. Like, trust me. Let me be the one guy that says this again. If you think the game is too hard, if you're scared by the game, if you think it's not for you, if you get the chance, try it. It's, in my opinion, the best video game of all time. But, which is interesting because Breath of the Wild is my favorite game, but that's mainly because I love it so much in a speedrun perspective and what the game has done for me, how many cool people I met through it. Now, so those 2 reasons are already very strong. I think this is a milestone game that people will always want to go back to. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that this is a speedrunning gem. A game that, like this, might not exist again. Tears of the Kingdom will, again, likely have very different speedrunning technologies. Technologies is a weird word for that, but you know what I mean. And even if Tears of the Kingdom, I think just from a nostalgia perspective, like even if Tears of the Kingdom, people are saying, oh, okay, so this is the ultimate Breath of the Wild version. Like, Breath of the Wild was good, but Tears of the Kingdom is just better. It's like Breath of the Wild and more. Even if that ends up happening, I think people are still going to want to play where it all started. Even if it's just for the unique elements like the shrines. Like sometimes I feel like, I think this happens a lot. Things that people originally reject, like shrines and divine beasts, will probably become something that they're going to want to revisit. So I think for those reasons there's no way that Breath of the Wild ever dies. And if somehow Tears of the Kingdom is so good and it makes everyone feel exactly like Breath of the Wild, but even better, then I think it wouldn't even be a bad thing if this game is somehow forgotten and Tears of the Kingdom is just considered the ultimate version. But I highly, highly doubt it. Those are basically my thoughts about me thinking if Breath of the Wild will die when Tears of the Kingdom comes out. I do quickly want to continue on here with the next Korok seed. Looks like the next one here would be in this tree. Actually, yeah, okay, so I haven't gotten the one in the tree. Let me check this real quick, just so that I'm also ready for tomorrow's recording. The one would be in the tree, and then we would be getting those 2 acorn ones. Okay, I'm gonna get those, and that allows me tomorrow, before I start my recording, I can briefly check which Korok seeds I have to get in the recording and which ones I've already gotten, kind of making note of that. Tomorrow I definitely need, and actually let me know a super easy topic I can talk about if you have anything that you still want me to talk about in this channel. Because I'm gonna need something I can talk about super easily in the back, because I am approaching the Mount Satori section of the 100% speedrun route where there is an absurd amount of Korok seeds that you're all getting at the same time. And I'm definitely gonna have to focus on the Koroks I'm getting during that. I won't have too much brain power to completely think through what I'm going to be talking about. But with these next 2 Koroks, we are one step closer to 80%. I think tomorrow would actually be a good day because there's so many Koroks close to each other to push for 80% map completion as we are hitting the 70 days until Tears of the Kingdom. It's officially March now, which means in a couple of days it'll only be 2 months until we get our game. And I think that's a really good step. What's going on there? Did that crow... Very interesting. A levitating crow. I guess it was supposed to stand like on the ledge there. Interesting, interesting. You always see something new in this game. Wait, that's exactly, actually perfect ending. I'm assuming some of you guys know those things you still don't know in Breath of the Wild videos that GameSpot is putting out every once in a while. They're still making videos, and they're probably going to continue to do so. So, once again, another reason to come back to this game from time to time, to find yet again one more reason as to why you should be playing this game again. Also, I'm just noticing this real quick, kind of making mental note of this myself. I do have to cook some food up again. I have like 30 durians in my pocket that I can make into probably enough food to be lasting the entire rest of the playthrough, the 100% playthrough here. So I should eventually do this, probably when I make my way to Rito Village, where... Actually, I should probably do this earlier. Once I reach the shrine here in this area, I should do that real quick and then port back. Simply just because... Again, this is actually getting close to the end. We're doing the mountain here. After we're going to be doing the mountain, we're going to make our way up into Hebra, the snow area, and then tie up some loose ends around Lanayru, where we will then eventually wrap it up. But for now, let me get this Korok seed. Let me know the topic for tomorrow, where I'm going to have to focus, and what is going on. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on why I think this game will not die when Tears of the Kingdom releases in a little bit over 2 months. Thank you for watching these videos as usual. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. 70 days until Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. Peace.